The man alleging he's the son of Jay-Z's making more headlines than ever, Rymir Satterthwaite's been trading legal traps with the Roc Nation founder, with details spilling out across court docs surrounding his allegations. Here's everything we know about the person suing a billionaire media mogul.
The hip-hop world is shaking right now. One of the biggest secrets Jay-Z ever tried to keep hidden has exploded into public view, and the fallout can't be stopped. A judge has now allegedly confirmed, through court-ordered paternity testing, that Jay-Z is indeed the biological father.
For one, Rymir's lawsuit alleges Jay's ignored repeated calls for a paternity test. Per Rymir and his godmother's legal filings, Rymir's mother Wanda allegedly engaging in a brief romance with a pre-famed Jay, who allegedly fathered Rymir with, at the time, a 16-year-old Wanda, who has since died. Rymir's team accusing Jay of tampering with legal proceedings, misusing his high-profile influence with public officials, along with claiming Jay's never outright denied he's Rymir's biological father. Meanwhile, Jay's new filing contends Rymir's lawsuit's just the latest in decades-long harassment. Inside the June 16th court docs obtained by E! News, Jay's attorney said the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts. Jay's team also saying they attempted contact with Rymir's godmother and co-plaintiff, but she hung up after they called to request more time to prepare their response. E! News has reached out to both Jay-Z and Rymir for comment, but has not yet.
Easy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. You know, I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that. It's just a lot going on behind closed doors. Hey, we got to step back and play chess, not checkers, so.
E! News has reached out to Jay-Z's rep for comment about Rymir's withdrawal, but hasn't heard back. However, in the June 16th court filing obtained by E! News, attorneys for the Grammy winner, whose real name is Sean Carter, slammed Rymir's paternity allegations. The documents read, the fabricated allegations and claims have been addressed and rejected in multiple other courts, adding that the federal lawsuit was just the latest in what Jay-Z's counsel described as decades-long harassment. Furthermore, Jay-Z's lawyers alleged Rymir's federal suit was not properly served, saying that the music mogul, who shares kids Blue Ivy and twins Rumi and Sir with wife Beyoncé, did not learn of its existence until 1 month after it was filed in May. In their response to Rymir's lawsuit, Jay-Z's attorney asked the court for additional time to evaluate the complaint and determine how to respond or otherwise plead. For his part, Rymir said in his complaint that he was not suing for reparational child support, but for damages related to emotional distress and reputational harm after Jay-Z allegedly committed fraud upon multiple courts, misrepresented facts, interfered with procedural due process, and exploited legal systems in multiple jurisdictions.
Rymir Satterthwaite is confirmed to be Jay-Z's biological son. From the moment that ruling was announced, insiders say Jay completely broke down backstage, shouting, pacing, and losing his composure like never before. This isn't just a scandal. This is legacy-shattering nuclear fallout happening in real time. For years, whispers about this story were brushed off as rumors because Jay denied it back in the early 2000s. He locked everything behind sealed documents, spent millions fighting the case, refused DNA testing, and dragged it out until fans forgot it even existed. Many assumed it was just another clout-chasing attempt to get money from a billionaire. But Rymir, the young man at the center, never gave up. He kept fighting, spreading the story, and warning that one day the truth would explode. That day has now arrived.
Oh, the lady from Desiree Perez song?
Desiree Perez. Nikki said, "Dear Jay-Z and Deseret, you ruin hip-hop, you ruin football, you ruin basketball, you ruin touring, you ruin Instagram, you ruin Twitter. The jig is up. All this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only."
I understand why she's saying it. You know what I mean? The lady Desiree, whatever. I mean, everybody knows that's the fact that she told on the cartel.
Oh yeah.
So that's just a fact. I mean,
it's a fact. Yeah.
I mean, and I can't believe that finally happened. That's crazy.
I mean, the fact that Jay-Z is this street guy,
and got her as the CEO.
And the CEO is a known informant.
That's crazy.
But
man.
I guess with him, it's like, well, this is the best person for the job, and she's a female, so fuck it.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
I think that's how he looks at it. I don't know Jay like that.
I'm pretty sure she ain't the only person that can do that.
I can tell you this though, someone I know sent my video of me going at it with Tony Busby to Jay-Z, because remember Jay-Z was one of the people he tried to go after. You know, the whole bullshit 13-year-old story and everything else like that. And Jay-Z thought it was hilarious. He got a big kick out of that. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is between Nicki Minaj. I know that she said something about the son, Jay-Z's son.
Yeah, but he just dropped that lawsuit.
Or she did.
You know, but he said he's still going to file. I don't know. I don't think that's his son.
I do.
You do?
Hmm.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't think Jay-Z would offer him no money at all if it wasn't his son.
I don't think he offered him money.
Yeah, he offered him money.
Really?
Man.
See, but sometimes, listen, you got to understand. You've never been sued, have you?
No.
I've been sued multiple times. Like, you reach a point where financially it makes sense to settle, right? Like, I had a lawsuit where she wanted like $600,000. It was like a former employee that was just came up with a whole bullshit, accusation that had nothing to do with me, and blah blah blah. It was just a whole bullshit situation, and ultimately, we got to the point where we spent about $75,000 already in legal fees, and she ultimately said, "I'll take $75,000 to settle." So it was going to be like, all right. We've already spent $75,000. If we go to court, I'm going to spend probably another $300,000, and I could probably win because there's really nothing here. But do I want to? Once I spend the $300,000, I can't sue her. And get it back.
And even if you win, you still lost.
I still lost.
Yeah.
I won, but I've just spent $400,000, right? So do I want to just back up out of it with $75,000, or do I want to spend $400,000 to make a point? I don't have $400,000 to make a point. Jay got $400,000 to make a point.
Let me ask you a question though. If you pop somebody's mom. Pop the lady, would you take the test?
What do you mean?
So say it's a kid like, yo, I think you might be my dad, and you pop the mom, would you take I'm asking you, would you take the test?
Well, the problem with this story is that they're saying the mom was underage.
I'm saying, but besides all I'm saying, it might be your son. But that part, like, all right, the mom of the age.
The underage part makes it all very dicey. See what I'm saying? Like,
so past the fact that might be your son.
What do you mean?
Like, so if it might be a son, like, because the mom was underage, you wouldn't want to find out?
I mean, if it's going to ruin your whole life.
I don't think it'll ruin his whole life.
You made a very bad decision 30 years ago.
But your son? So you see, me, my thing is this, I'm not running from, if it's my son, I want to know.
Yeah, listen, I get it, right? And I have kids
especially
as well.
If I got $1 billion, I'm not.
I have kids as well, and I think it's a very hard choice because it's and the mom is dead at this point.
Yeah, it's the same.
So, but then again,
it's not hard for me.
You're gonna, if Jay takes that DNA test and it proves to be positive, he's gonna be Jay the pedophile, right?
But don't your kids come before you?
Court insiders revealed the judge reviewed the private paternity report and confirmed Jay-Z is the biological father of Rymir. When those words were read, Jay lost control. The calm, strategic mogul image cracked instantly. He slammed his fist on the table and muttered, "This ruins everything." He knew this was bigger than one child. It meant years of allegedly lying to the courts, signing false documents, and denying paternity, all to hide the truth during the rise of his career. Witnesses say Jay cut off his lawyers mid-sentence, demanding to know who leaked the results. Reports claim he stormed out of the courtroom, refusing to talk to press, and immediately contacted his crisis PR team, who had long prepared for this moment, but even they weren't ready for such fast public confirmation.
I mean, at the end of the day, Jay-Z, even if he might steal your songs, he might do all that, but Jay-Z is a rapping ass person. Like, I mean, he got drive, and he's smart.
Mm-hmm.
You mean, so like he's gonna bust a move out. I think it helped both of them being together. I think it helped both of them. It made both of them. I mean, so like 50 Cent supposed to say that though. Like, I mean,
well, yeah, I mean, 50 Cent, he kind of started his career dissing Jay-Z.
Yeah, I remember. I was in New York when that song first came out. I was in New York and then she came out. Like, damn, who the fuck is this? I said he got he dissed. I was like, he dissed him. Or was it Fat Joe? It was Big Pun, I think. Was it Big Pun?
No, I mean, How to Rob dissed everybody.
I remember one person he dissed, like, I think it was Big Pun or Fat Joe. Somebody, I'm like, dang, this
It was Big Pun. He said, Rob
this-
Pun
but
without a
she's-
gun.
Yeah,
Grab
yeah.
his piece and run.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
weighing
but-
400 pounds. They gonna catch me, son.
Yeah. That shit was catchy to come on like that. But 50 Cent got one song that he got that's like one of my favorite all-time songs, called Many Men. That
Yeah.
Many Men song, that shit like that. I played Many Men so much, my son was too little to really be able to talk, but he knew how to sing Many Men song. That's how much I played it. He knew every word to Many Men. And Akon, I'm locked up before he could even really could talk, you know what I mean?
Well, you got offered to be on Piers Morgan's show.
Yeah.
When they were talking about Diddy, but you actually turned him down.
I turned him down.
You know, and I've done Piers Morgan, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times now.
I just feel like I didn't want to go in there talking about Diddy because I don't know Diddy personally, and I was like, man. But that's my first. I just did what first thing came to my mind. Like, no, I don't even know Diddy. What I'm gonna say? Like, you know what I mean? So, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
But the
I
fact
was
that
on
they even knew me, I'm like, y'all know me on the show.
They probably watch. Well, they watch Vlad TV, so they probably see you on my show. So you know,
I mean,
that's probably how it happened. A lot of people on my show.
But
got,
did you see? I think the girl like Tasha K. She got a joint Jay-Z son on there.
Oh, his alleged son?
No. If you talk to him personally, that's his son.
You think that's his son?
Yeah. You know what I think his son? First of all, Jay-Z offered him money. At first he offered him bread, like, and everything, but his aunt, this is like his caretaker didn't like approve of it. She said, no, Jay-Z got a lien on her house, all type of shit that was going on. Yeah, the lady put her paperwork and everything with his name on it and all that. I mean, but Young Boy's so thorough though, he just want a dad. He not trying to get no money. He not trying to do none of that. I mean, that's why. So I told him when he called me 2 years ago, I said, listen, I don't want to be the one to tell your story because they're gonna think I'm trying to catch rep off of it. So let me let you tell your story somewhere else first. I mean, then I could talk about it. But he called me like 2 years ago, telling me like, I said, oh, Young Boy. He's like, I just want a dad. I don't want no money. I'm already 18. I think he was like 20 something at the time. I mean, but something happened to him, and I was like, yo, that sounds kind of weird. He said he was coming out from work, going to work, and there was a gun in his car. Like when he opened the door, he seen the gun. He said he went to go call his man, like, yo, did you leave a gun in my car? His man's like, no. He said, why you on the phone talking to his man? The cops pull up and lock him up. He said, he's telling the cops, no, that's not my guns. Like, so he went in the building he was in, and they seen that somebody pulled up and put the guns in his car. Oh. And pulled off. I said, bro, I don't know nobody in the hood that got guns to just waste like that to do that. I don't know what. He's like, yeah, so like Jay-Z had a gag order against him, like trying to get a gag order and trying to. If my thing is, if it's not my son, I'll just take a test, get over with. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you dodged it and whatever, to me, I don't know. I think his mom was underage or something when he was born, so I think that's probably. Oh. Yeah, I think that's probably part of it.
Yeah.
But like I said again, it's not the same as now.
But is his mom still alive?
No, she died. She died.
Huh.
She was 15 when she had him.
Oh. How old was Jay?
Like 20 something, I guess.
Oh.
Like 20, probably early 20, like 24.
We don't know if it's true. This is just
but I'm saying he took the DNA thing with the it was ancestry type shit. I think like somebody popped up on it, like, because he got different kids that's in different places. I mean, my thing is this: if I got $1 billion, right, I would want to have a lot of kids. Fuck it, you my kid. I got so much money, I don't give a fuck. You my kid.
The internet erupted instantly, dragging Jay for abandoning a young man who looks just like a young Sean Carter. Fans compared features, saying it was obvious, and questioned why Jay ran from the truth when his brand is built on authenticity. Outside the courthouse, Rymir was tearful, telling cameras he finally feels vindicated after years of being called a liar and a gold digger. He said he never wanted money, only acknowledgement from his father. He revealed Jay's denial ruined his schooling, health, and childhood, all while he chased the dream of a dad who rejected him. Now, people are rallying behind Rymir, calling Jay a hypocrite, a man who rapped about fatherhood and authenticity, yet abandoned his own son. Meanwhile, insiders claim Beyoncé is furious. She allegedly stopped speaking to Jay at home, demanding a full explanation as this scandal threatens the billion-dollar empire built on their family image of loyalty, royalty, and black excellence.
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, it's not fair. I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling him Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years, even until I was grown. He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why are you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me, and it's just like, you know, I just got so much on my name right now. I never ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. Next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. You know, so many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them, and sometimes it only take a little search. You know, go search, and if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as the other person. You know, I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, you know, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just the motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. You know, it was never that type thing. You know, I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me and my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, you know, slander my name like you want Jay-Z money, and I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. Like, you know, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
And now, the Bayhive has turned against Jay. Fans are threatening to boycott everything, from his liquor brand to Rock Nation, unless he apologizes publicly and takes full responsibility. Legal experts warn he could be forced to pay decades of back child support, potentially millions, and face perjury charges if it's proven he knowingly signed false documents. Behind the scenes, Jay's lawyers are scrambling to limit the damage. Right now, he's facing a civil nightmare and possible criminal exposure. Industry giants, from Live Nation to Apple to the NFL, are holding emergency meetings about how to react. Some sponsorships are already frozen, while fans repost his old lyrics about truth and fatherhood, calling him a fraud. Many are demanding Beyoncé leave him before things spiral even further.
Was terminated. So what does it mean? Well, last month, Jay-Z's lawyer asked the court to impose sanctions against Busby for allegedly failing to do a reasonable investigation before filing the rape allegations against him. Jay-Z's lawyer even pointed out that Busby admitted to not even meeting Jane Doe before he signed off on her complaint. But Busby maintains the case was appropriately vetted. So while the move from Jay-Z's lawyers was surprising, it might also be a part of their strategy. At this time, neither Jay-Z, his legal team, or Tony Busby have publicly responded to this surprising move. But it's likely not the end of this ongoing legal saga, and we could hear more very soon. Let's unpack this further with attorney and litigator Rich Schoenstein. Rich, always great to see you. What's your reaction to this move done by Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro? Are you surprised that he asked the judge to drop the motion for sanctioning Tony Busby?
Well, I'm a little bit surprised because, asking for sanctions is a pretty aggressive move. And so to turn around and withdraw that motion is a notable retreat from that move. So I wasn't expecting it. And the question is, why did they do it? And I would assume that's what we're going to talk about.
Definitely. And I, also want to ask, this letter said they want to withdraw it without prejudice. Why is that part important?
Well, without prejudice just means they could bring it again. So you can either withdraw a motion with prejudice, which means it's resolved and we can't bring it again, or without prejudice, which means the court doesn't have to deal with this now, but we're not waiving our rights. We're going to save the right to bring the motion again at a later time.
And, as you just mentioned before, I guess we're going to get into, why was this move even done in the first place? Now, Jay-Z's lawyer was previously scolded by that same judge for using inflammatory language against Tony Busby. But do you think that this is a part of a new strategy not to be harsh on the Jane Doe lawyer, instead hope to just get this suit dismissed instead?
Possibly. So that first thing you mentioned about the judge's reaction, I have three theories about why this was withdrawn. And the first one is exactly what you said. The judge has already indicated on the record that she's not thrilled with the way the attorneys are going at each other in this. And no judge is. No judge wants to make a case about conflict between the lawyers. Lawyers end up skirmishing all the time. They don't like each other all the time. They accuse each other of bad stuff all the time. And no judge wants the case to be about that. The judge wants the case to be about the merits, about the claims, about the parties, not about the lawyers. So she dressed down the lawyers at one point about this kind of activity, and it's possible that they have withdrawn the motion because they just don't think the judge is going to really consider it, given her predisposition. That's one possibility.
And what's your other possibility?
The situation is even more explosive with claims that Jay tried to intimidate witnesses and use fake addresses to dodge subpoenas. If proven, that alone could bring more legal trouble. Rymir may even sue for emotional damages after years of being branded a liar. And in private, witnesses say Jay broke down in tears after the hearing, something nobody had ever seen before. The mogul who built his empire on strength and control is terrified his legacy is collapsing. Online blogs, panels, and think pieces are dissecting his every lyric and move. People are now labeling him a deadbeat dad, a stain that could overshadow all his philanthropy and business. Jay is reportedly locked in his office, demanding a statement that won't anger Beyoncé, won't incriminate him, and won't make him look heartless. But insiders say such a statement doesn't exist. The truth alone has already destroyed his image. Behind closed doors, his team is scrambling to seal more documents, fearing this case could open the door to more hidden affairs or children. The music industry is panicking. Fans are relentless, demanding answers, accountability, and honesty. Because this is no longer a rumor. It's a court-confirmed legal truth. At this point, Jay-Z's nightmare is reality. For over 20 years, he secretly abandoned his own son, only to have the truth finally revealed. From this moment forward, Jay-Z's legacy is split into two eras, before the paternity scandal and after.